Well, welcome back everybody, Smithy here, and welcome to another episode of our Jurassic World Minecraft, just as the rain is about to come. So let's get rid of the rain. Yeah, I've had a bit of a problem with the map since last time. You'll see, remember at the end of the video, I mapped out, took those trees out, mapped everything, came back today, and all that work I'd done, it's all gone. I don't know what happened. Anyway, we've been over to the Spinosaurus Paddock and thankfully that saved. All that work on the Spinosaurus Paddock is still there. I haven't lost anything else, so it's a bit weird, a bit spooky. Don't know why that happened. So what I'm going to do is spend the next half hour re-putting in all those bits and pieces down below me. Once I've done that, we'll come back. And I'll take out the Pachycephalosaurus arena as well, and once I've remapped it all across there, I shall come back and we'll carry on where we left off last time. Well, Hallow's right, very sad your building is gone. Anyway, guys and girls, go and check out Hallow's right 95, first two episodes of his Jurassic World, where he's done, well, he's doing treetop gazers, he's done the East Dock, and he's done a fantastic build already, so he's doing some really good stuff over there, and he's been working on it, so he's got his videos going. Also, go and have a look at his exotic birds. Full showcase. It's really cool. Anyway, go and check the guy out. He is brilliant. So anyway, I thought I'd just show you that. I've sort of built the bits and pieces back in, and I just wanted to sort of say that I'm just going to grass all this out now. All that work we did of this pathway, but I'm just going to... Oh, is this all the way over here? Oh my! Who has been AKS bodyguard wandering off into the park? You better be very careful. Yeah, you better be careful. So we shall get rid of this now. I'm just going to put it back to grass for now. Sorry about that, it's my phone. Oh, I mustn't have my phone nearby because probably... Oh, it'll be probably interfering. Right, so let's just whack that over there and put the grass back in. I want to be careful, don't want to lose the promenade though. Right, Hallows. So I might just bring it back to here because the promenade's here, so let's just do that and go set 2. There we go. Yeah, Hallow's right. It's funny, even though you copy and paste the world or delete stuff, Hallow's right doesn't get deleted, which is pretty good. So what's next? Yeah, so I'm just going to do this, and my Spinosaurus is still there. I'm going to remove those as well because they were only a test, remember. Oh, I need to put the fences onto... that's the point, I haven't used the fences yet. So, sorry about that. Right, let's... I'm going to stop this now, just finish it off, and then we're going to get rid of that little bit there. In fact, that should just... In fact, we'll just get rid of that to there. And then we should be able... Alright. Yeah, there we go. Just one little teeny weeny little bit there. So what I'm going to do is going to map out some more of this particular area, and then I shall come back. But I wanted to say, Hallow's right, thanks very much for your build, and I'm going to put it somewhere else in the park. Right, let's carry on. Well, welcome back. Having fun with this, to say the least, because, interestingly enough, there are only... a limited number of buildings on this side, and then on the right hand side it goes a lot further down, the actual buildings do, before we get to the Pachycephalosaurus arena. Now, as I said before, this lake is slightly too small because if you've seen that episode where I showed how the lake works on the bigger map, then basically you will see that this will carry on. So it's quite interesting how this works. I have laid out several buildings already. We've laid out one of the big things that I've had to change is I have to cut off some of this particular area because on the map the next building along literally is literally snug fit with the Margaritaville. So what I've worked out is I may have to start building everything 5 blocks closer, because see this line here? What I may have to do is completely make it go to here. because then what I've done is I've spaced out the building. There's a front shop window there. There is a little bit of an alcove there, and then this, would you believe it, is a pathway on the actual. When I've actually looked at it, you can see people underneath. That would now explain why the path would come out at the back of the petting zoo over there. So it shows as a pathway at the back. But yeah, once I've played a lot of time, you can see that. And then there's a couple more. There's a square building here, which these are the pillars for. Then there's this like a long building with a canopy out the front, which is like 6 very short spaces with parasols and parasols out the front. So it's a bit like one picture shows it as like separate extra bits, but it's not. It's almost like 2 buildings in one with pillars. And then there's this like bandstand thing, which is like it's got 4 pillars on the corner, and then there's a roof on top, which has got a fancy wooden roof. And then we've got 2 more buildings which finish about here before I even get to the Pachycephalosaurus arena, which is I'm quite happy with that. What it'll mean is the petting zoo will be quite big, which is obviously quite good. So until we actually start building these buildings, I won't be able to get it exactly right. What I might find is I may be able to save 5 to 10 blocks this way. However, I'm not going to compromise. I want the buildings to look pretty good. We haven't got high definition pictures of the buildings. They were all CGI'd. So I'll see how it goes when we actually build them, because all the buildings have got to be the same height as these. Margaritaville basically is my centerpiece, and I didn't really want to damage that. So I'm quite happy to make the Pachycephalosaurus arena go further down there if I don't ruin this, because what I thought was the way the doors are open, I didn't want to change it. I thought about changing it, but I thought no, I just want enough gap here, which I may have to just take out this table here, look, which makes a lot of sense. It means that as long as there's enough walkway here, as long as people, so I could actually bring this block here. I think I could actually cut it off. You don't want that. That's it. Yeah, I could actually do that to there, and then bring it in. So I could actually make the building. That's more like it. That'd be much closer. But now, once I've got these markers in, I can work to that and keep building all the way along. So it'll be really cool. The only thing that's left over here is, and it also means that this part of the lake, it sort of comes to here, and then literally it starts coming straight out, so it carries on. So that's about right, just before the corner here, literally before the corner here, then that like building. And each of the buildings has a gap down the side, a pathway to the path at the back, so the buildings can be accessed through. So there's a number of thoroughfares coming through from the walkway at the back by the petting zoo. So it's just taken a bit of time to do it. The only thing I can do now, the other thing here is if I get this straight now, it's literally, this is another walkway which is about that wide. So if I just sort of stick that there and a pillar, this is sort of a funny square building, but I need to sort of get this where, let's see, where's that wall there, lay it out a bit, and that sort of starts literally halfway is about here. So if I can do a pillar there, and then literally get the same gap again, yeah, just a bit too further back. So if I just go to there and take that back to sort of here, because that's literally level, that is about the right size. Yeah, that is about the right size. Again, it's not as big as that one over there, but it is. And then finally there's one more pillar type building. Again, there's pathways in between. They're almost like kiosks. So if that comes straight there, we're not going to be very much different than that, which is sort of got pillars again, very similar design, and coming all the way out to here. Hello, Hallow's Right is now admiring what's going on here, and that's literally the straight here. That's probably a bit, needs to be that sort of big there. And then, oh, I'm just putting these in as markers. It's always good to lay this out, and then we shall put that in there and that in there. Oh, no, I think that's about right, isn't it? That's probably square. And that sort of comes up there, and there, and then the new, and that is about right. That is roughly right. I might lose 10 blocks, and then there's a main entrance on the end of here. There is an entranceway, and on the new map this lake will carry on. That lake doesn't finish, it's much further, and it was also filled space over here. Let's just do this, and then here is like a, almost like a semicircle into the one side of the Pachycephalosaurus arena there, and there's more chairs. There's a roundhouse sort of thing there. Maybe that sort of comes out. It's one of the entrances to the Pachycephalosaurus arena, like that there. Right, okie doke. So that Pachycephalosaurus arena that I put there is in the wrong place. But we'll be guided by the buildings. If once I get the buildings in, then I'll be able to get the other bit of the park in at the back, because Pachycephalosaurus arena will be there, and that will actually look, that should be about right. Of course, on the new map I wanted to make the cinema bigger than it was, because it was a bit narrow. It could be slightly longer, about that much, so I need to sort of reconfigure that, but that is about right. Yeah, that is about right. Right, we shall come back once I do a bit more. So I've managed to be able to completely reconfigure this. Actually, once I started building and looking at the sizes, I've sort of already made up about 8 blocks, making sure I got everything to scale, so it's far better now in terms of, I had to reposition this wall here, which I have done. I've just made a gap big enough to go around the table. It backs up to that table, so it all matches in there. Quite happy now. In fact, what I might end up doing is that looking at the, you know, the wall goes there. That might be about right, actually. And then once I started configuring the builds into exact sizes, that's a walkway that goes under the building. In fact, I just need to sort of bring this across. It was literally, it is the same height, but under here is a, as I say, a walkway. It's just a case of configuring it like so. That looks like crack. Yeah, so there's people, you can see people through here, so I'm going to make the back a walkway through there, and then there is definitely a gap between the square building at the end. Now what I will do is, like I've done with the other builds, I'm going to put them, make them sort of open plan with a few walls inside. So like you would go to, say, Disneyland, the buildings have all got like nice facades with lovely small window frames, and when you actually go into the shops and arcades, they're all open inside, aren't they? Like they'll have this fancy facade, and you'll go in one door this end, and then you'll be able to walk around, and that's the way things are built. So they're much almost like do a facade and then they build around. So there's a pathway, literally each building there's a pathway. There's a pathway in between here as well, and then basically there's a pathway at this end. Now it's not very big, and this building here, I'm gonna have to break this because I started it as such. Now let me just see, that's pretty good, that's pretty alright. And this building now at the side literally has a wall, and the best way to do this is just go and then 6 I think, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I sort of keep, might have to do it a bit sharper than that, look, see. So what I was doing there was probably about right. I think I'll do 4. Yeah, it's probably better. We'll see now. Don't come to, oh yeah, it is going. Let's have a look and see. So when, also, that's going to make it easy for me to be able to cut and paste this world, because it's on almost on the square. Let me just see, that wall goes like that, and then it will sort of, that would be about right, because that's going to be about the right size there. And this is all white building, this is 1 2 3 4 6, and that's the sort of way you have to sort of plan it like that. Aha, that's going quite right, isn't it? So did we get 6 there? I don't think we did there. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Oh, 6 up. 6 into it again, so it's going to match. I've got all this tall grass, which is a pain to build in, as you can see. 2 3 4 5 6, and then we'll get rid of that. 1 2 3 4 Oh, it's going to be pretty close. In fact, that one's a bit wrong, isn't it? So let's drop to 5 like that, and then there's a walkway here. So I will have to follow the side of this wall now. I'll have to follow this walkway exactly. In fact, I could just go like that and then overlap it to keep the walkway quite narrow, which is alright, it's alright. And then, oh, I don't want to go that far. Is that going to be about right? Yes, there you go. There's a walkway. So that's that building. You can see now the building's coming together. And now, if you remember, if you have watched me build these, this is sort of how I go along. That now fits that curvature there, comes round. So let's have a look. This is a weird, this is all glass, this next building, which I'm going to set it back a bit. So that's only a very narrow pathway again. So the best way to build that, it looks like it's an open cafe. So I'm going to have to do the floor here. So the best way would be to put it, I think there is a pillar. So what path, what length, I'm trying to keep the paths roughly the same. That's 4, a gap of 4. We're going to make up some more space here. So if I come into about there and go, yeah, about there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then put the pillar. On the big drawing, it looks like the pillar's narrower, so maybe I will have to use this is almost, because it's almost like a glass house, if I use the fence, in fact let me just get rid of, I've got so much stuff here, I don't need those, so let's move that, I do need that, so let's just go fence, birch fence, oh let's go for the birch, it was like a really light fence. And it's all like very much spindly, almost like this it was, with it's definitely got some wood on top, so it's a bit, it must be thick here and then it must be spindly inside because it's all glass and it needs some support. There's no way that would support a mass. In fact, what I'll do is let's use some birch wood instead, get rid of that sand, let's just go birch. What I might do is use birch on this, get rid of that a minute, put that, no I don't need that, there we go. So let's just put, and they're all the same height as say, so that's now literally, how far did I go? I went 3, so let's do it that way then, let's do that. So 1 2 3 1 2 3, let's do it like that, 1 2 3, and I'll put it in ground because it is, get rid of that, and there was 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3, and then we can do that. That's good. Where's my wood stuff again? The trees. And then we'll just put this in. In fact, this is going to be just about right, isn't it? Get rid of that. And that means it gives us space for the next building along, which is pretty cool. 1 2 3 4. That's literally going to be, yeah, 4, and then the post like there. 1 2 3 4 5. Let's have a look at how that looks. Yeah, it's a bit bigger. It's quite a much. It's a bit bigger. Maybe I have to go sort of quite a big. It's almost like 2 of those, which is 8. Oh, it's about right. If I do, just do a bit more. I shouldn't have done that. Let's just get rid of that. See, so this is sort of stuff that goes into building these. Just wanted to show you how much effort goes in terms of in between. Get rid of that, and I'll do one more. Make it 5 instead. So 1 2 3, and that last pillar. Yeah. So I will have to do it like that. Let's see how that looks. I think it's literally, it's almost as big as 3 of these. It nearly is. So that is the right size for that building. So we have made up a bit of a gap, but not very much. But we've made up 5 6 blocks. So what I'm just going to do now is, well, I'm just going to carry on, and then get to the final bit there, and then we'll go and do a bit more of the Spinosaurus Paddock, and I think we need to move our 2 Spinosaurus from over there into the paddock. I think we need to do that as well. Right, okay, but you can see it's coming together. Right, here we go. I've had to reconfigure. We're going to reconfigure quite a lot, really. I've got all that sort of wrong around the back over there, which is good because on this is slightly wrong. The water now needs to be in a different place, because when I've built this, when I've built the buildings, there you go, that's how it looks like in terms of the structure. It's looking quite good now. I'm quite impressed actually that we've managed to get this. So you can see, and I'm going to show you different things, but the buildings are all in place with the walls. I'm quite happy now where they're situated. I've repositioned the rocks at the back of the there's rocks at the back of the petting zoo. I've got a much bigger area to play with now. There's a weird, we still haven't worked out what it is. There's a weird big rock formation here. We haven't got a clue what it is, but it could be some sort of I'm going to make it into some sort of almost like an exhibit for dinosaurs, some sort of dinosaurs, small dinosaurs that like rocks and sandy areas. So that's what I'm going to do with that. We don't know what it is. It means that I can have all this area here, including right up to the rock, which is at one edge, for the petting zoo. It means, because the petting zoo looked quite big, and you could see from the petting zoo, literally between trees, you could see the innovation centre on one of the pictures. So let me just show you what else is here. So here is the new Pachycephalosaur area. All I've done for now is just laid out the entrance and the rough dimensions of it, because it is quite big. You've got the main seating area is here in a sort of semicircle, elliptical, and then where the Pachycephalosaurus come in are in front. So it's going to be a completely new design. I'm going to take into account some designs before. The other thing is, at the back of all of, and I've got loads of pictures of this now because I've got the latest video, so it's gonna be absolutely fine, because that pathway now doesn't have to go at that angle. What I'm going to do is move the water. The water literally now will be able to come straight out from there down here, so I'm going to have to fill that in, come out. This fence will come round more, which means that pathway won't be at that angle. The pathway now will come across here, how it should do, and the pathway is a giant pathway. When I've looked at it, it's much wider from some of the shots. The water park, the water park comes here, and then literally over here in this gap there's now enough room for me to put almost like the 3 giant towers, the wooden towers, which had like death slides going between each one. There was a tall tower, a mid tower and a thing, so I've got enough room to that now to fit that in, so it all matches up. It's just like this curvature here, I've got to get the curvature at the back, so I'm going to take all those for next episode. I'm not going to do it now, I just wanted to get this done because I want to go across to Spinosaurus for that. But you can see it all coming together. And it actually won't take me very long to put the structures up the houses for the next episode, or the different structures. It won't take that long. So and this white here at the back is the pathway. There are pathways, literally there's a big pathway that meanders all along the back of these buildings. Let me go and get this back to date. Yeah, there's a pathway that links in from the rear here and comes round, and the pathway, because I've got the pictures of the CGI, the way that's done, we can see behind and I can see the pathway. The main entrance into, well, there's a couple entrances and I've got this one here. The main entrance is at the side, there's a couple of them, but there's one here which comes round, and what I'll end up doing is doing a couple of entrances into the petting zoo to make more interesting, so you can walk around and see different types of creatures. But that's just one of the paths which go in. and there's some buildings as well at the back of the petting zoo to do. So it's all going to come together. I say that I'll scrap that because it's more coming across parallel with the back of this. Okay, there you go, that's that bit. So now we're going to head over to the Spinosaurus. So we're going to do a bit more of that and introduce the Spinosaurus into the pools below, so that when we build it we can get lots of viewpoints and see how they are. So that's where we're heading, but I think we've achieved quite a lot there. Well, here we go. I've built a bit more of the Spinosaurus arena. The moon is setting, sun is rising over the Baryonyx paddock. Yeah, why can't this texture pack, the sun is triangular, but sun's coming up. Anyway, what I want to say is we've built a bit more, and oh, you'll be able to see them in a minute, but our two beasts are there in the water below. Let's just go down to this. Right, okay, so view, I haven't done the entrance. The entrance is here into the viewing platform. Oh look, the sun's shining on the waterfall as well, that's dead cool. The viewing platform, in fact I just didn't finish this little bit here. So what I've just done is a bit more, because I can't believe how much footage I've already shot, so this is going to be a short end to the video because we've already done 25 minutes. So I want to try and keep them down, don't want them too long. Now the people can see the Spinosaurus down here, look, there's one in the water and the other one is there, so you can see them there or there. So if they were down here you'd be able to see them, or when you come to this viewing platform here, look, oh, I haven't done the waterfall at the back yet because I've got to sort of do this. Ooh, yeah, I need to have a bit of a, in fact I might leave the metal there. I haven't done that, I'll come back and do that again. No, I need to replace that, because what I have done, and we'll come here, this is outside, and you can come here to look and see where the Spinosaurus are again, and then you can walk around here and then there's more viewing, so it gives all the guests an adequate amount of viewing area to come into this particular paddock and see our Spinosaurus. What I did was, we've kept looking down, I put the legs in underneath here, as you see. I've used the steps, reverse steps, to make like a, to match up with the glass blocks. As I said before, I was going to do glass floor. There's this little section here as well, look, which is slightly different. It's just an area where you can come out and feel the air at this side, and again you can see them down there or look over the edge. I know we should close it in, but hey, this is Jurassic World. Health and safety is a bit more lax over here, but you can see then I put this like rim all the way around as well. It's very, it is similar, because the same builders did the Baryonyx place over there. So when I put the roof on, we shall see. But I've got a really good surprise for the roof, because I've had a brilliant idea from one of my watchers. Yeah, Matthew Stanford, thank you very much. I won't, you know what it is, it's going to be on top of this, but that's going to be design of the roof, and that's going to be for next time. Let's go and have a look at our beasts in, look, aren't you happy? Are you happy? Just love these. I can't wait till the new ones come out and the eyes like a three-dimensional and they wink at you. That'd be really cool. Come on, make some big jawbone. Big jawbones, come on. And of course can't wait for the new one to come out. If you haven't seen the new model, go back and have a look at my new Spinosaurus video, which shows the new model. I know quite a lot of people on all the models have been saying about the feet, and I think I had a reply in one of my inquiries. I think they are looking at the feet, because they're starting to obviously change all the heads. Well, heads first and then other parts of the body. So I do like this, but I like this one more. I like the red one, but I like the purple one as well, because I like the fact that this, it's got lots of, I look at the arms as well. Quite happy. I don't think they're going to move very far, which is good for the visitor area. Okie doke. Right, that is it for now, guys and girls. Hope you enjoyed the episode. A bit more building. We're going to have to think about next beasts into the park. because as well as the building, I like to introduce new dinosaurs. But what I haven't done yet is put the fences and sorted the fences out for this particular park. So we'll have to work that out, how and where the fences is going to go. I think it's going to go for this particular one. I think we're just going to have the paddock, which comes from here and round. Use the natural area of water, and what I might do is just have the paddock which comes down here and then literally down across the water there, and leave the Spinosaurus in that area here and sort of come around here. I'm not sure yet. It's going to take a bit of work, that is, with the actual paddock. But there we go. Please like, I love those likes, and if you're new to the series, please sub. And yeah, have a look back at the other 179 episodes that we've done, and hopefully there's going to be another 179 episodes as we keep building this and Isla Sorna, and I know I'll have to go back to Isla Sorna quite soon as well. So there we go, all exciting. Anyway, thank you very much indeed, everybody, and thank you again for all the comments and kind words, and keep on watching. Bye bye.